Army explodes. Jungkook accused of being a playboy. After mysterious video leaks, fans fight back face with steam from newst. Fire it started with a single video. A few seconds of shaky, blurry footage uploaded to an anonymous account late at night, and within hours, the entire internet was in chaos. Was that really Jungkook of BTS walking hand in hand with a woman outside his home? Or was it something else entirely, a digital illusion, a manipulated frame, a cruel trick of technology? As hashtags erupted across every platform and millions of fans scrambled to defend their idol, one question echoed louder than anything else. How far will people go to destroy someone they can't control? The world has always watched Jungkook. From his earliest days as the golden magne of BTS to his rise as a solo global phenomenon, every breath he takes becomes content, every movement dissected by millions. But this time, it wasn't a performance or a photo shoot. It was something darker, an invasion dressed as curiosity, a rumor disguised as truth. The video, no longer than 20 seconds, spread faster than wildfire, painting a picture that no one could confirm, and yet everyone wanted to believe. The headlines were ruthless. BTS's Jungkook caught in secret romance. The Playboy of K-pop? Golden Boy's hidden life exposed? The words hit the web like bullets, each headline pulling more people into the storm. But those who truly know Jungkook, the ones who have watched his journey from a teenage trainee to the face of a generation, refuse to stay silent. Army, the BTS fandom known for its loyalty, intelligence, and unity, mobilized with breathtaking speed. Within minutes, they began examining the video, frame by frame. They noticed the inconsistencies, lighting that didn't match, facial contours that blurred unnaturally, and shadows that seemed wrong. It didn't take long before whispers turned into conviction. The clip was AI-generated. What was meant to humiliate Jungkook instead ignited a global conversation about privacy, technology, and the price of fame in an age where even reality can be faked. Does anyone even care if it's real anymore? One fan tweeted. People just want drama, not truth. The tweet went viral, capturing the exhaustion that so many fans felt, not just from defending Jungkook, but from watching the media recycle the same narrative every time a BTS member steps into the spotlight. Why is it that when Jungkook breathes, the world calls it news? Why is his humanity always up for debate? And perhaps most importantly, why do so many seem eager to believe the worst? In the days that followed, the situation escalated beyond fandom drama. Korean and international media outlets began investigating the origins of the clip. Tech experts were called in, dissecting the video's metadata, analyzing motion patterns, and confirming what Army had already suspected. It was almost certainly fabricated using advanced AI tools. The result was horrifying. If someone could make a video that realistic, what did that mean for every celebrity, politician, or ordinary person in the future? The incident became a chilling reminder that digital lies now look more real than the truth. Still, the damage was done. Jungkook's name trended worldwide for days, not for his music, not for his record-breaking achievements with Calvin Klein, not for his performances that leave stadiums trembling, but for a lie. A cruel, calculated, viral lie. Yet amidst the chaos, something beautiful emerged: Army's unshakable solidarity. Across platforms, they organized campaigns, flooded social media with positive hashtags, shared old interview clips where Jungkook spoke about honesty and respect, and reminded the world who he truly is, a man dedicated to his art, his fans, and his principles. Jungkook doesn't deserve this, one longtime fan wrote. He's worked his whole life to bring happiness to others, and people still try to hurt him for clicks. Her words resonated deeply, echoed by millions who have watched Jungkook's evolution from a shy teenager to a global icon who still boasts to his fans after every stage. It wasn't just about defending him anymore. It was about fighting for truth, for decency, for the right to exist without being digitally cloned and manipulated for entertainment. And yet, as the dust began to settle, another question began to rise, one that no one could quite answer. Who made the video? Why now? Why target Jungkook, and why in such a personal, invasive way? Some fans suspected Anti's rival fandoms or jealous individuals who thrive on stirring chaos. Others believed it might be part of a coordinated smear campaign against BTS's image as they approach their full group reunion next year after military service. The timing, they argued, was too suspicious to be coincidence. "They're scared," one ARMY wrote. "They know BTS's comeback will dominate everything, so they're trying to break them before it happens." The theory spread quickly, feeding into a broader narrative that has long followed BTS, that the group's power extends far beyond music. Bang Si-hyuk, HYB's founder, once said that BTS's greatest influence is cultural, not commercial. Their presence challenges the global industry, their artistry reshapes trends, and their connection with fans transcends the usual boundaries of fame. Jungkook, as one of the most visible members, carries that weight daily. Every move he makes is scrutinized, every friendship questioned, every photo dissected. And now, even his face can be used without his consent to create false realities. What does fame mean when even your image is no longer yours? The internet, once a place of connection, has become a battlefield where truth and lies collide in real time. For Jungkook, it's not the first time he's faced scrutiny, but never like this. The scandal didn't just attack his reputation, it attacked his existence as a human being. To see his likeness twisted, his gestures mimicked, his expression stolen, it was more than an invasion of privacy. It was theft of identity. They're not just spreading rumors anymore, one fan wrote on Weverse. They're creating alternate versions of him that never existed. And perhaps that's the scariest part. In an age of deepfakes and AI illusions, who controls the narrative? Who owns the truth? For ARMY, the answer was simple: they do. Through their relentless fact-checking, their emotional intelligence, and their refusal to believe tabloid bait, they restored Jungkook's image before the mainstream media could. It wasn't just fandom defense, it was digital activism. A statement that no matter how powerful technology becomes, love and loyalty remain stronger. Meanwhile, Jungkook himself stayed silent. No official statement, no angry post, no tearful livestream. Just silence, the kind that says more than words ever could. Those who know him say this is typical Jungkook, calm, introspective, unwilling to give fuel to those who feed on chaos. But his silence also added to the mystery. Was he hurt? Angry? Or simply choosing peace over noise? Fans debated endlessly, analyzing his recent Weverse posts, his tone, even his emoji use. When he finally appeared on a short video for a Calvin Klein campaign, smiling gently and speaking softly about focusing on what matters, ARMY broke down in tears. They knew. That was his answer. Still, the incident sparked something bigger, a call for accountability. Activists, journalists, and digital ethics experts began discussing new laws to protect public figures from AI misuse. In South Korea, politicians raised the issue in parliament, citing Jungkook's case as an example of why stronger privacy regulations are urgently needed. Internationally, the term Jungkook deepfake trended not as gossip, but as a warning. What began as an attempt to humiliate one artist became a movement demanding justice for everyone. But beyond politics and technology lies something far more emotional: the bond between Jungkook and his fans. It's not just admiration, it's devotion born from years of shared history, mutual respect, and emotional transparency. Fans remember his tears during concerts, his laughter on V-Lives, his countless gestures of gratitude. They know the man behind the camera, the perfectionist who stays in the studio until dawn, the friend who buys gifts for his bandmates, the artist who once said, "I just want to be someone who brings comfort." That's the Jungkook they defend, not the artificial shadow created by strangers with malicious intent. Every few years, the internet tries to break Jungkook. They've called him too wild, too quiet, too perfect, too human. Yet every time, he rises not through anger, but through art. His songs, his performances, his presence all become his rebuttal. 7, his solo hit, shattered global streaming records. Standing Next to You, his follow-up, proved he's not just a pop idol, but a cultural force. Every achievement silences 1,000 rumors. Every lyric becomes armor. Every note, redemption.as, the controversy fades. The world is left with an uneasy truth. This wasn't just about one video or one man. It was about what happens when humanity and technology collide, when curiosity becomes cruelty, when admiration turns into obsession, when truth is no longer visible. Jungkook's scandal might fade, but the questions it raises will not. How much privacy can a person sacrifice before they cease to be real? How do we protect the people who inspire us from the machines that can destroy them? And in a world built on clicks and virality, can sincerity still survive? Perhaps Jungkook himself said it best years ago, in a quiet moment caught on camera during a documentary. People will say what they want. I just hope I can keep being myself. Simple words, but today, they carry the weight of prophecy. Because despite the noise, despite the accusations, despite the cruel labels, Jungkook remains himself. And maybe that's why they try so hard to tear him down, because he represents something untouchable, authenticity in a world that has forgotten what's real. The internet will move on. New scandals will come, new lies will spread, new names will trend. But this story, Jungkook's story, will linger. Not as a tale of shame, but as a testament to resilience. He didn't need to fight back with words. ARMY did it for him. Millions of hearts united not just for an idol, but for a human being who never stopped giving them his truth. And in that truth lies the quiet power that no rumor, no deepfake, no manipulation can ever erase. Because the real Jungkook doesn't exist in a blurry video, he exists in every song that healed someone, every smile that lifted a spirit, every fan who still whispers, "We believe you." But even as ARMY worked tirelessly to uncover the truth, the digital world refused to calm down. The algorithms were already fed, the damage algorithmically amplified. On platforms like TikTok and X, formerly Twitter, the video had already amassed millions of views. Each repost came with its own narrative, some sympathetic, some cruel, many careless. Influencers analyzed Jungkook's supposed body language, self-proclaimed experts decoded his expressions, and gossip accounts teased exclusive details. In an age where attention equals profit, Jungkook had once again become currency. His privacy, their engagement. His silence, their headlines. Fans, however, saw through the noise. They knew the familiar rhythm of scandal, how it always starts with a whisper, grows with misinterpretation, and explodes into chaos before the truth even gets a chance to breathe. They've seen this pattern play out too many times, not just for Jungkook, but for every BTS member. The industry, they argue, seems addicted to their downfall. Every time the members are quiet, someone tries to drag them down, a fan commented on a Korean forum. But you can't destroy what you didn't build. In Seoul, reporters camped outside HYB's headquarters, waiting for a statement that never came. The company remained silent, strategic, deliberate silence. They've learned over the years that reacting too quickly only feeds the beast. Instead, they let ARMY take control of the narrative. The fandom became its own investigative unit, cross-referencing timestamps, comparing city lights, analyzing audio distortions. Their findings were meticulous. The street in the video didn't match Jungkook's neighborhood. The figure's proportions didn't align with his. Even the background sounds were inconsistent with Seoul's ambient noise patterns. It was like watching a digital war unfold in real time. Millions of fans versus one viral lie, and the most astonishing part? ARMY won. Within 72 hours, reputable news outlets began retracting speculative articles. Digital experts confirmed AI manipulation. Some even traced the clip to an anonymous overseas server linked to previous deepfake scandals. What began as an attempt to humiliate Jungkook ended as a worldwide wake-up call. The story transformed from Jungkook caught with mystery woman to Jungkook victim of AI deepfake abuse. The tone shifted, but the scars remained. Because behind every pixel of that fake video lies a human cost, sleepless nights, anxious fans, and a man forced to endure public judgment over something that never even happened. It's easy to forget that Jungkook, beneath the global fame and immaculate image, is only 20-something. That he grew up in front of the world, learning to navigate a fame no one is ever truly prepared for. He once confessed during an interview, "Sometimes I feel like I can't breathe." The love is huge, but so is the pressure. Those words echo hauntingly now. What happens when even your reflection can't be trusted? When the video first surfaced, Jungkook was in the middle of a quiet period, no major events, no live broadcasts, just rest. Fans wondered if he'd sensed the storm before it hit. It wasn't unusual for Jungkook to disappear for stretches of time, retreating from the noise to recharge. He's always been introspective, a perfectionist who channels emotion into art rather than confrontation. But this time, the silence felt heavier, like a pause between heartbeats before a storm returns. Was he scrolling through the chaos? Did he see the lies unfold in real time? Did it hurt? Or had he already learned to numb himself to it?